All right, welcome to the first episode of the Blue Hen Outdoors podcast. I am happy to have my very first guest, a new friend of mine from doing this, Mr. Dave from Yahoola Creek Bottoms Calls. How you doing here, buddy?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. First, let's start off by I know it's turkey season. How's your guys' turkey season down in Georgia?
They're not too vocal right now, but I mean, there's birds being killed pretty regularly right now. It's just getting on them. I mean, some people are having better luck than the other ones, but I mean, my little boy he got on one pretty early this season during youth, and we got on that one, and then I got on one the following weekend. But it's been kind of crazy right now. It's just honestly just I've been hearing the people saying that they're gobbling more in the evenings, but I haven't witnessed that myself. So
Yeah, I mean, as far as from the scouting I've done up here from Delaware and I'm hunting in Maryland too as well
yeah,
right now. Um, I'd say it's like a mix of the goblin in the morning and in the evening. It's just a matter of like at least up here weather conditions. We've had some like rain sporadically for the past couple of weeks, so it just kind of like depends on that.
yeah, it's kind of the same down here. But we got 2 or 3 days of freezing weather, and then you'll have 5 days of wind, and then you can't hear anything. And so then like yesterday, it was 75 degrees and the wind's blowing 50 miles an hour. It seems like, and it's just not ideal for turkey hunting. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You only get so many days.
Oh yeah, like me and my buddy, we were out this past weekend for the opener in Delaware, and we had one hammering and working off the roost, and we could barely hear like we barely heard him as we were walking because of the wind, and eventually he busted us, but it happens.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy this season. But I mean, they're saying that the bird numbers are down this year, but it seems like everybody and their brother is killing birds. So I don't know. I don't know how that works out, but it's pretty wild down here, though.
Hmm. So you do the custom Yahoola Creek calls. How did you get into Creek? How'd you get into call making and like that whole? How'd that come to be?
Well, it's kind of started back about probably I'd say 3 or 4 years ago. I started making a couple calls, just piddling here and there, and then I actually started using them, and then I kind of just fell in love with making them, and then I started having people ask me out of the blue, "Hey man, can you make me one of those calls?" So started making them for like friends and stuff like that, and family members. But then after a while, it kind of got like overwhelming. I told my wife, I was like, if I'm going to be doing this, I kind of need to be making money at it because it was seemed like it was consuming a lot of my time. But I mean, I really enjoy it, like I still do now. It's like that's why I don't do a bunch of calls that are the same. I try to outdo the last one, but it's pretty fun. But like after this past year, after I went public and then I opened up a website and all that, it kind of blew up and started putting stuff on social media. But I couldn't be more proud of her. So it's awesome.
Oh yeah, man. All the calls you sent me that I've used the duck and the goose calls over the waterfowl season. I used the turkey call this past weekend. Your products are just amazing and the quality is just top notch.
Awesome to hear. Well, yeah, we try to do. I'm trying to let anything leave here, but that I wouldn't be proud to show off or proud to use because I mean it's to me when you call an animal in with a call that you built, like you physically placed your hands on that call and built it. It's it's pretty cool to have an animal respond back to your something that you've actually built.
Oh yeah, it makes it that more special. It's like you
Yeah,
put that hard work, your time and effort and soul into it, and then it's like you see your efforts pay off.
yeah, it's wild, man. I got my brother. He helps me. He turns a lot of my stuff, like especially my duck calls and a bunch of my pot calls and stuff like that. He got a CNC machine and stuff like that, so he can turn them out. I just let him know what I need or what I think could be better on the last one than or this next one than the last one, and then he usually gets me done pretty quick. So I mean, I'm thankful for him, but yeah, It's pretty neat though. I like watching them take shape, and I use the 3D printer quite a bit just to kind of play around with like designs and stuff like that. So that's been a big part of getting me started here, so especially on a lot of my duck calls and my. I'm working on like a prototype alcohol right now, and so it's coming along. So I think I'm pretty close to being finished with it, but I can't wait to see how it turns out.
I was just gonna say, are you gonna? I know you have a raccoon squealer. You did the goose and duck calls for me. You do turkey calls, box and
Yeah.
glass and all that, and then you do buck runners. I was gonna say, are you doing a owl or a gobbler?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't messed around with the gobbler too much. Just the alcohol, and then of course, I've got like some rabbit squealers, and then I've got the mouth calls and a little bit of everything. But yeah, if you can make it out of wood or acrylic, we can make it. So
Was the turkey call the first one you made?
it was. I still actually have the same pot that I made like 3 or 4 years ago. I run it every once in a while. Sometimes I'll even pack it in my deer backpack whenever I go deer hunting. Sometimes, and I'll start messing around with it. Just kind of reminds me where I came from and stuff like that. But we moved to Yahoola. Well, my wife is actually from Yahoola, but they have a lot of family land around here. But I actually physically moved to Yahoola about 3 or 4 years ago. We built a house up here, and man, it's God. When they say God's country, it is literally God's country. Like it is one cool place to live. So I don't even know how to explain it. Like my kids love it here. We it's just it feels like you're going back in time, but you're 15 minutes from everything, 10 minutes from everything, and it's that's where the name Yahoo Creek Bottoms came from. It came Yahoo Creek actually runs right in front of our house.
Okay.
So driving back and forth to work one day, I kind of was thinking about names and stuff like that, and it was like hit me in the head like a sack of bricks. But I went home, I texted my brother, I was like, got a name. I was like, that's what I'm going to call it. And so it's been Yahoo Creek Bottoms ever since.
Oh, that's a good name. I like it and
Yeah.
fitting.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna ask you where at in Georgia you guys are actually located. I assume by how you were talking more north.
Yeah, we're about 45 minutes to an hour above Atlanta up in the North Georgia mountains, like right at the foothill of the mountains before you start up to like go to Suches. That's where we're located at.
Okay. I went to school with a friend from Augusta, so I kind of know like Atlanta, Augusta area.
Yeah, yes,
So I know some of
Augusta.
Georgia.
Yeah, Augusta's probably I think 2.5, 3 hours from us. That's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah. What does Georgia have time limits as far as like when it comes to turkey hunting? Like you're not allowed to hunt past noon or something or stuff like that.
No, just I think it's like 30 minutes before sun up or something like it's like the normal regulations. Uh, it's not nothing crazy, but yeah, you can hunt all day here. Yeah,
Really?
there's not any kind of crazy laws like that so far. But I mean, like they're saying that the bird population is decreasing so fast. I mean, now they got the two gobblers in Georgia. Um, now I've heard talk that they're only going to make it one. So I don't know what they're going to do next year.
That's what I was going to lead into. Do you think they're going to drop the limit? Do you think that they'll maybe put a time limit on it, like
I don't
from
know. I
morning to
think they're going to
noon?
drop it down to one. It used to be three.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, it was three. Then now it's down to two. So I'm pretty sure the next one will be one. But I don't know. I mean, I hate to see it, but we got to do what's best for the birds sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys see a lot of out of state hunters come down to Georgia at all, or
Yeah, I
like
mean,
a lot?
especially over here by our house. But I mean, we're surrounded by a couple of 100 acres of national forest. So I mean,
Oh wow,
we're getting them all the time up and down through here. Like you'll drive up the road, and there'll be a North Carolina tag or Florida tag, and it's kind of crazy. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just like us going down there hunting down there. So different
yeah.
scenery.
Do I don't know how to phrase this without sounding like a nerd, but are you slam guy? Or do you have any ambitions of completing a slam at all?
Not really. I mean, I don't care where I'm chasing birds at. Honestly, it's just I just love it. Like even deer hunting. I mean, it's crazy. I've been invited to go out to Oklahoma this past week to hunt out there, and then I mean, I've had a guy write me from Alabama and Tennessee and Florida. I mean, it's just I mean, I got contacts all over, and then
Hmm.
uh, I just like to travel. I mean, my daughter plays travel ball, and we're everywhere, all over the United States, and I mean, we're traveling anyway, so like if I can get on the bird, it wouldn't matter if I did the ground. I mean, yeah, it would be a long term goal probably, but like right now, it's just uh, I'm down for whatever.
Hmm. That's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm kind of like it's a goal of mine to get done, but as I'm getting ready to start my own family here soon,
yeah,
I kind of know that like that's gonna sit on the back burner a little bit, and whatever opportunity comes, you know.
exactly. Yeah, like I'm lucky. Like all my kids are eat up and hunting, I guess, because that's all I've done since they've been born. But like both my daughters hunt. My little boy, like I can come home every day from work and he's waiting on me at the door asking, "Can we go turkey hunt? Can we go deer hunt?" I mean, he's raring to go every day. He's eat up in it once. I'm super thankful because now I mean I get more out of watching them uh, chase animals now than I do I ever have. Even chasing
Right.
myself, like I think I probably scarred him for life when he shot that turkey at youth weekend. Yeah, I was super jacked up, and he didn't know what to think. He thought he did something wrong, but man, I was so excited and pumped for him at the same time. Uh, but yeah, after that, man, he started trying. He just couldn't believe how fast and how cool it was. And now he's like, man, I love turkey hunting better than deer hunting. And it's so fun watching him grow. And like now he's trying to call. And today he actually had a bird call back to one of his little. He's got like a mini pot, and he was calling today. We went before I got on here with you, and he had one putting down in the valley. Man, he froze up, and it's just pretty cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what'll keep him coming back too, like him practicing and going out real world experience and seeing, okay, me doing this or me doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's funny. Like I'll be working on some calls or something, have something on the workbench like last night, and I had that little mini call in here. I've never even posted a picture of it. He came in here, he's like, "Hey, what are you going to do with that?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "That little call right there." And I was like, "I don't know. You why?" He started playing around with it. He's like, "Can I have it?" And I was like, "Well, I was going to sell it, but yeah, you can have. Well, no, here you can have it back." And I was like, "No, man, just try it." And he starts messing around with it, and his eyes light up. He's like, "I like it. I like it." So he runs and grabs his turkey vest and throws it in his turkey's vest. So, and then today we got out there today, and he's still learning, but it's awesome to watch.
Hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah,
What's your favorite call to make?
I like anything with glass or crystal, but I mean, I don't know. I just slate, glass, and crystal is probably my three favorite. But probably if I had to pick one, it would be a glass. Probably wood soundboard with glass or acrylic with glass. Um, I think those are gorgeous, but they sound really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you get the um pro staff and website going? Like so you made calls and then what was kind of like the you were saying that you had a lot of supply and demand, but was it local? Was it people like more out of state reaching out to you?
It started out local, and then started, of course, on Instagram, and then I hadn't had a TikTok probably 6 months now, uh, but it started out local, and then everybody was asking, "Hey man, how can I buy your calls? Hey, how can I buy your calls?" Well, I started designing a website. I did everything on my own. I started using the Shopify website, and then I built
Hmm.
everything up. Actually, I've started out on another website called Squarespace. I started with it, and it was just aggravating. And then I switched over to Shopify, and then that kind of took me through everything. And then I set up the whole entire website, and I'm sure there's still some bugs I haven't found out yet. But after that, man, it's like everything took off in the past year. I'd already committed to do the Wildlife Turkey Federation banquet over here in Dawsonville for the
Mhm.
Amicalola chapter, and I was actually going to try to get up to Nashville and do their Wildlife Turkey Federation up there, the big National Wildlife Turkey Federation up there.
Yeah.
But I'd already committed to do the banquet over there, and then like months out, I started getting messages like people asking, "Hey, are you coming? You coming to Nashville? Hey, man, are you coming to Nashville?" And I was like, "What?" I, Half these people I've never even talked to, and I was like, "That's kind of crazy." But then I started getting messages like from uh, from random people, just, "Hey, man, are you coming? Are you coming? When are you going to be up here in Nashville? I'd like to meet you," or stuff like that. And I was just like, "Man, this is insane. Like it's so real. Like me and my wife sit around and talk about it all the time. A couple weeks ago, I had like a pretty big time hunter reach out to me, and he actually ordered off my website, and I had no clue until I went to print the shipping label, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And I wrote the guy back. I was like, "Hey, man, this you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Your calls are gorgeous," and I was like, "You could have reached out. I wouldn't have mind, helping you out or something like that, just for running my calls and stuff." And he's like,
Uh-huh.
"No, you're good, man." He's like, "Brother, I'm excited about it." So I sent him out some calls and stuff, and it was pretty neat. But as far as the pro staff, like I got some people. I had one of the coaches down at UGA, one of the football coaches. He reached out to me and asked me about a hoodie one time, and he had actually posted my hoodie online. And then softball player that played at Georgia, Sarah Mosley, she reached out to us, and she's like, "Hey, I wouldn't mind reaping y'all stuff if you have anything you can send me." So then it kind of hit me. I was like, I kind of need a pro staff to kind of help support me and
Mhm.
push my products and stuff. So she's been doing awesome with that. And then I've got a couple local boys, Jason Hester and Logan Hare, and then my brother, of course, he helps me out big time. And then I got a guy over in Alabama. His name we goes by Yah, but he's another big time hunter, big duck hunter and turkey hunter, deer hunter. But but yeah, they push my products pretty good, and I mean, it seems like weekly, I probably have anywhere from 10 to 20 people weekly reach out to me asking me for, "Hey man, can I join your pro staff?" Or, "Hey, can you send me free stuff? I'd promote you." And it's kind of crazy. Like I thought I was doing this kind of for free there for a little while because I had so many people asking for stuff. But it's kind of a
Mhm.
good thing and a bad thing. But that's
Yeah,
that's how it all kind of started.
yeah, it's a blessing and a curse having a lot of people ask for free stuff, but it's like,
It is.
well, if I give all this free stuff out, I don't make no money. But if I give enough free stuff out, I make too much money.
It is. It is. Yeah. My wife's like, "You're not doing this for free," and I was like, "I know, but I got to get my name out there, and it's got to start somewhere." But I wouldn't
Right.
change anything. I mean, it's going exactly how I had planned, but it's tenfold what I ever thought it could be so far. And this year right here is especially this turkey season since I actually went to the public and started the website. Like I can't I can't even fathom like how awesome it's been.
Hmm. Have you been noticed out in the turkey woods, or are you just on private land right now?
Yeah. So that's funny you should say that. Well, last week, me and Becky were up here on public land beside our house. My little boy, we were up
Mhm.
here hunting, and we heard a turkey off down the big hill. It started gobbling, so I started calling back. Well, the turkey starts coming up the hill towards us about 80 yards. So I got to set decoys up with him because trying to take the turkey's mind off of it with him is just kind of hard with a 7-year-old kid. But I had the decoys. I set the decoys up the middle of the road, and the turkey's coming. He's coming up the hill. I call again. He's about 50 yards, and call again. He cuts it about 25 yards. And I know he's fixing to break the top of that hill. Well, next thing you know, I hear like a weird sound coming out the road from the road that we were walking down. And sure enough, it's two guys. They're just booking it out the road. They're pretty much in almost a full sprint. And they didn't see us, but they saw the decoys. And then all of a sudden, the younger guy that was with the guys that was walking, he throws his hands up and he goes, "Stranger!" And I guess both of them locked up. So we stand up and we go over there. That of course the turkey's gone by then. So Me and my little boy get up, walk over there. My little boy thought, he's like, "Oh, are we in trouble?" I was like, "No, we're on public land. We're not doing nothing wrong." I said that they thought there was a turkey. That's what happens when you hunt public land. But
Right.
sure enough, we walked over to the guy, start talking to the guy, and the guy was like, "Man, you look so familiar." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where do I know you from?" And I was like, "Well, my name's David." I said, "I run David the Creek Bottoms." And he's like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." He's like, "I follow you on Instagram. I follow you on. I've been following you for a while now." And he's like, "We're from Hartwell, once it's like an hour and a half away, an hour away at least." And he's like, "But yeah," he's like, I've been following you forever." And then we stood there and talked in the wood, in the middle of the woods for like 45 minutes to this dad and his son. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like we told him where he can go find a turkey, and he said they were on spring break. So I mean, I
That's
didn't get upset or nothing. I thought it was pretty cool because I was out there doing the same thing with my little boy that he was out there doing with his older teenager. I just think that's the way it should be. If the world was like that now, we wouldn't have a problem, half the problems that we have now.
oh, I hear you there, man. If everybody got out and turkey hunted and enjoyed the outdoors, we wouldn't have as many problems as we do now. I
Yeah,
guarantee you that.
100%.
Sh- Shifting gears a little bit, being from Georgia and in the quote unquote hunting industry, social media hunting scene, whatever you want to call it, how have you navigated, or how do you find navigating being from Georgia and having guys like T Bone and the Bone Collectors, Seek One, all those kind of like different big names from Georgia? Or has anybody like reached out, or has anybody like said, "Hey, have you had tips or relationships beforehand with anybody?" Like that sort of thing from just running in the same circles.
It's kind of crazy because but there's a local. He's kind of he lives around the Dawsonville area, but you may have heard of him, the Urban Deer Management.
Yeah.
Um, and he's not in with Seek One, but they're good buddies with them and stuff. But sitting on the couch last year, I mean, I've always watched her stuff, watched her videos, YouTube videos and stuff like that, and I've known my daughter plays softball and she plays high school ball against the team out of Dawson County. And one of the guys that's with the Urban Deer Management, he's actually with the Urban Deer Management, the head coach of Dawson County High School. And I got to look and I was like, "Hey, that's the guy that runs Urban Deer Management." I told my wife, she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, she didn't know who it was. Well, sure enough, I came home like 2 days after we had played them, and then I get a message on my phone. He's like, "Hey man, I was like, good seeing you at the ball game." I was like, "What the crap?" And it was Urban Deer Management, dude. We started talking back and forth. So we've been talking pretty regular. And I actually ran into him last night at the ball field again, but we talk all the time. But yeah, so and Chad Allen Jones out of Texas is another pretty big hunter. He actually he bought a box call and he bought a pot call from me, double sided pot call. And
Nice.
but yeah, so it's getting kind of crazy. I mean, but then some of the guys from Halo Waterfowl, I've made some custom pot calls for them. Greg Camp and Jacob Shadrick and all them. So thought that was pretty neat.
Do you foresee yourself in the future doing anything with any big name people or anybody in the industry?
Yeah, I wouldn't turn my back against it, but I mean, I enjoy what I do right now. I mean, because I mean, it's hard to go to a call manufacturer, a call maker, and say, "Hey, I want this, this, and this. Can you make it this way? And I want this it done this way with, I want my name on it." And that's what I try to
Mhm.
give people here is like, yeah, it's a call, but it can also be a call that you can hand down to like your grandkids or your son or their kids or something like that. Like it's not just a call. I mean,
Right.
it's like pretty much like a heirloom because I got a box call that my grandpa had when I was a little boy. I still got it in my gun cabinet. But
Mhm.
I don't know, stuff like that. The older you get, it means a lot more.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like growing up. I used to. Well, my dad, when I was growing up, he used to be on a lease with a guy that used to be one help out the hand carver decoy painters from the Susquehanna Flats and Chesapeake Bay area. Mr. Paul Shirts, and me and my wife were hanging up a couple paintings that he's given me for over the past. in my son's room, and I've just past couple of days just been looking at. I'm like, wow, like I got to enjoy him. My son will get to enjoy him in his room. It's just kind of like that whole passing everything down, you know?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, I got every single gun my dad ever had. I still got it. And there's not enough money in this world that would take anything that man's given me or my grandpa gave me. Like just for Christmas this year, my brother was cleaning out my grandpa's old home place the other day, and it was right before Christmas, and he found an old European mount that my grandpa had done a while back, man, and my brother gave me that, and I got pretty emotional with that. I thought that was pretty cool, but I got it hanging up in the shop right now, and like I said, there's not enough money anywhere that could take anything, I would take for that. So,
Hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy, like how everything changes the older you get.
Oh yeah, perspective and
Yep,
things change.
yep.
Do you have any bucket list hunts that you want to do, or anything that you would want to go out for that you'd say you've been there, done that for the one time?
I mean, not really. I just like meeting new people and traveling. But I mean, if I get to hunt in time, and or any time that I'm out traveling or anything like that, I think it's a plus. But like ever since I was a little boy, my dream hunt's always been like to kill a moose with a bow. Like that is my one hunt that I've always talked about. Even my wife, she's always like, well, maybe one day, maybe one day. But yeah, that's a that, and I've always wanted to go out to Arkansas and hunt ducks. I thought that would be really really cool.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's it, man. I'm just as long as I'm around good people and doing what we're supposed to be. That's all that matters.
Hmm. Do Do you think that we, as a hunting community, are starting to enter back into the glory days and camaraderie of hunting, or are we just getting back into it? Or do you see a more positive uptick for hunting in the next couple of years?
I don't know. I think the younger generation has the. It seems like there's a lot more interest in hunting than it used to be. Like as far as like, I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm more involved in it now, but like as far as like, I mean, there's still those crazy people, and we still have poachers and stuff like that. But like you would be surprised, like sitting here on the couch at night, you can hear gunshots echo through the valley, and it's like there is a deer. Somebody just spot mine. Like it's. I mean, those people are still here, but I mean, as far as like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I think the younger generation is it's what the sports it's going to have to take, and it's even whether it be deer or turkey or anything. The younger generation is if we're doomed without them. So I mean, that's why I try to raise my kids the way that's supposed to be done and the ethical way. Because I want their kids to be able to enjoy it. Like with the turkey population decreasing now, and they can't really pinpoint it here or anywhere.
Hmm.
Uh, they're saying it's predators. Well, everybody around here traps. But the turkey population still doesn't seem like it was even 2 years ago. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna take the world as a whole to figure out what's going on. So
Yeah. Do does Granted, up here in Delaware and up where I'm at's its own animal. Does the state and its own and the game of fish help with the conservation efforts for increasing the resources of turkey and deer and provide habitat and food and help manage that aspect of things?
yeah, I think they do. I mean, for the most part, I mean, I'm good buddies with a couple of the local game wardens, and I make deer grunts and turkey calls for them. But it seems like they want to help and stuff like that. But I think like the biggest like the I don't know biggest issue they don't really want to deal with is like we have abundance of black bear down here, and it seems like every time they catch one North Carolina, it seems like they relocated down to our area, and now half the bears are running around with like collars or ear tags in, and they're becoming like a nuisance, man. Because like my 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 wife's grandmother, she lives out behind us, and she's deaf. Those bears, they'll get up in her garage, and she's not going to hear it if there's a
Right.
bear in there. But like she's went in there multiple times, and there's been a bear in there, and then I called the game warden and asked him to bring the trap. So he brings the trap up here and leaves it up here for like 3 weeks. Well, he didn't even set it because he said he didn't know when he was going to be able to get back and check it. So
Right.
I had to call him back out. And so I mean, to us, like as a whole up here, it's the black bears are the biggest problem. But I mean, the bucks and the whitetail over here they seem to be doing good with it. But, like I'm really concerned about the turkey population. Like that's everything I can do. I want to help it, but I mean, I don't know what to do. The biologists down here still having issues. Like I
It's
said, pinpoint the problem. But I mean,
um,
Beckett and I, we go out all the time and we have traps set regularly. We check them every day regularly, but it's more than that. Something's going on, so I just don't know what it is.
yeah. What other predators do you guys have in Georgia besides black bears? Because being up
Uh,
here, the only predators we really have is coyotes and foxes and
yeah,
raccoons.
we got foxes and coyotes. We got possums and coons, and we even got armadillos up this way now. But I mean, we got bobcats. We have chickens and stuff like that. We've had bobcat problems where we used to have some guineas and stuff like that. But yeah, the bobcats and the coyotes uh, took care of those for us. So it's the normal predators.
Hmm. Do you have any wild or crazy hunting stories? Like anything crazy or wild happened to you while you're out there in the woods?
Not really. I mean, one of the first deer I ever shot was a pretty decent nine. Uh, I just talked to the game warden like 2 days prior, and he was like, "Be careful. There's a lot of black bears in the area and stuff like that." And I was like, "Okay, well." I go back in the woods, and of course, I didn't have a stand. I sit down on the ground. Well, after like 30 minutes, I'm sitting there on the ground. All of a sudden, I hear a stick break with the sound like 5 feet behind me. And I
Hmm.
kind of looked over my shoulder, and all I seen was like a huge black mass. And I was like, "Oh crap!" And I turned to my left. When I did, it was a bear, and it stood up on its hind legs. And man, I almost lost it. But yeah, it took off. I took off. I don't even know what happened after that. Man, I was shook up, and then I ended up shooting probably 30 minutes later. I had that big 9 pointer come through. I ended up shooting it, but it was pretty wild. It literally scared me to death. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that scared me to death too, seeing a
Yeah,
black bear.
yeah,
I
it was.
almost got I almost
You,
shit a brick when I was hunting in Pittsburgh at my wife's uncle's property
yeah,
that he has up there. I was deer hunting and a raccoon was coming in, but how I was sitting, it looked like it was a coyote and it was still dark. I just saw a black mass coming at me. I'm like, and then I saw it jump in the tree. I'm like, what the frick? What is going on? I'm gonna die.
yeah, yeah. Man, snakes don't bother me that bad, but like a spider, man, and I hate to say it, a spider or a midget, like I'm freaking out. I don't like neither one.
Oh, I'm right there with you, man. Like anything big,
Yeah,
like a snake or like,
yeah,
don't bother me. But creepy crawly ants and the bugs. Ugh.
right. Yeah,
One last question before we get everything closed up here. If you had to choose, would you choose a 200-inch whitetail or would you choose a gobbler with 2-inch spurs and a 10-inch beard or bigger?
it would be a gobbler, man. I wouldn't even care if it had a 1 inch spur, man. I don't know what it is about a turkey, man. It just tears me up. But like, I mean, I do get tore up over deer hunting, and I do love deer, but man, I don't know what it is. Like that fire that's in my soul for a turkey, man. It's just I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's like I was telling my wife a couple years ago. I was like, I don't, and like just to hear one gobble, like I don't know, it gives me cold chills every single time I hear one gobble. And like my little boy's the same way now. And I don't know. I mean, I still get tore up over a deer, and I love bow hunting and stuff like that. But like chasing turkey, man, that's what it's all about for me. And and my family, we love it.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like chasing a
But,
turkey. Like
yeah,
any, like I'm right there with you. I don't know how to explain it to people other than it could be a video, it could be in person, it could be a audio. If I hear a turkey gobble,
yeah,
I'm cracking a smile. I'm getting goosebumps, and
yeah,
my heart starts beating a little faster. It just does something to you. It's and I chase everything. Like this year, this past season, I went up north to North Jersey. My wife's from New Jersey, and I went up and tried black bear hunt. I hunt deer. I waterfowl hunt. But turkey, there's nothing like it. There's just nothing comes close to it, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. I mean, people think I'm crazy, man, but I don't know. I love it. Uh, yeah, it's been a big part of us and who we are here. So that's one of the reasons I started doing this. And yeah, man, I wouldn't change it for nothing. I love it.
That's good, man. That's great. I appreciate you coming on. Do you have any shameless plugs you want to throw out before we hop off and sign off for the night?
Not really. I mean, as far as like Yahoo Creek Bottoms, like my family is like been the backbone of this whole thing. As far as my brother making calls and helping me out and stuff like that, my wife helping pack orders and running back and forth to the post office, and my daughters helping keep the shop clean. And because I mean, I program robots and PLCs and stuff like that. I'm a process technician by day, and then uh, I work at a manufacturing facility, stuff like that. But yeah, and then when I get home, I'll try to if the time allows, I'll get in the woods and hunt for a little while. But then usually when by dark, I'm in the garage and I'm in here working on calls, working on orders or shirts or hat or something until probably 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and sometimes later than that, it's just to get stuff out. But yeah, I mean, without my family as a whole, man, I would be in trouble because they help me help me more than they know. So I just want to say thank you to them because it's a big part of this. I mean, I know sometimes I get stressed out, and my wife she'll reel me back in, and she'll come in here and help me or whatever I got to do, whether it's staining the pot call, or my little boy helping me stain, or helping me spray clear, or whatever. Man, they're always there to help. So I
That's
thought,
awesome. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
That's what it's all about. Not just having like a family, because anybody having a small business like yourself, it's all about a family, like just being together. But you having your family be the small business and help you out and just help you want to attain that dream of yours that you have, wanting to do this business and try to build it to be what you're building it to be.
yeah,
It's just amazing. That's the American dream right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I couldn't do it without them. I mean, because there's some days I come home, man. I'm like, literally looks like a bomb has went off in the garage or the shop, and just from orders where I went, you know, I've having to do hats or shirts and 3 or 4 turkey calls or 3 or 4 different shirts, 3 or 4 different hats, and then I got stuff thrown everywhere. And then I'll come home, my wife's either cleaned up or straightened up, and I'm like, man, this is awesome. This is. I mean, I don't mean to make a mess, but she's always there to help pick up and make sure she can make my life a little easier, whether it be, like I said, delivering packages or meeting people or dropping stuff at the post office or UPS. And yeah, they're always there. But also Trip Sporting Goods in Delaware, he reached out, and I've actually got some stuff in there, and he's helping with a lot of the local stuff. So thanks to them too. I've had some other retail stores reach out, but that's that's been a big help for us too, getting started and getting to where we are right now.
Awesome, man. Big things to
Yeah.
come, it sounds like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you reaching out and talking and sending me stuff all the time on Instagram and TikTok and texting back and forth. So
Oh yeah, man. That's what it's all about. It's not just about saying, "Hey, like me personally, I'm not out here to get no like free rides off of nobody. Like I just want to help build a bigger hunting community and help build more camaraderie amongst hunters
Yeah,
everywhere I can, and just try to have that, like, have us be like one of my friends essentially. Like if
that's it.
not just hunters, but one of my friends that I'm like, hey, this is funny, or hey, ain't look at this, or hey, what do you think about that, or hey, this
Yeah,
is, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot one of my pro staff members, Reed. He's up in Michigan, but yeah, he gives me a lot of feedback on my duck calls and stuff like that. So we've got some acrylics coming out pretty soon, and he's helped design some of that stuff and then some of the reeds and stuff like that. So this coming fall and winter, it should be pretty legit for the duck hunting side of things. But yeah, Reed's been a blessing for us. But I actually work with Reed uh, up at my work now, where I work at in the manufacturing facility. But yeah, I worked with him. He was like a co-op up there when he started. He was from Michigan and got to talking one day to the plant manager at the time. He's like, "Hey, have you ever thought about reaching out to Reed?" And I was like, "Reed?" And he's like, "Reed Alexander." He's like, "Big time duck hunter." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Reach out to him and see if he can help you on the duck side." And man, I reached out to Reed, and Reed, he was all for it. But I actually got to see him the first time I got to see him in a while. He actually came up to work yesterday, and we talked for a little while. And I got him some mouth calls and some shirts and apparel, and but it was good seeing him. But yeah, Reed's been awesome for us on the duck side. Uh, but yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, once again, Dave, thank you, and everybody. This is Mr. Dave from Yahoola Creek Bottoms down in Georgia. Give him a shout. Give him a order to get a call from him. He makes quality and amazing things. And with that, thank you guys for tuning in to the Blue Hen Outdoors podcast, and we got more to come. Thank you.
Thanks, man.